Hi Pisces, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your December 2020 love reading. Thank you to those of you who've liked, viewed, shared, subscribed, and donated to the channel. I appreciate all of that. As far as personal readings go, I'm probably going to start those up again in January just to give you an update there. And as far as what we have in front of us, this is what I call the Bridging the Gap spread. And the way it works is the cards on the left side represent your energy toward the connection with your main love interest. Cards on the right side represent their energy toward the connection. These are the past energies, present energies, future energies. Then once we get through all those, we'll actually pull some oracle cards for some additional insight. That's where the bridging the gap dynamic comes into play. And as far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot, and on the right side we have the Tarot Sexual Magic. Also keep in mind it's just a general reading, so I'm going to be referring to the cards on the left as your energy and the cards on the right as their energy. If you feel more like the energies are the other way around, then trust that. Alright, so we'll fall out of the way. Past energy on your side, we have the Three of Staves. This is the equivalent of the Three of Wands, which is Aries energy. So this could be pointing to a couple of different things for you. For one, it could be saying that, you might have felt like you put a little bit of effort in toward this person. Maybe you felt like you expressed your interest, and now you're just waiting for them to come along to you. That's one way this energy could play out, because this is often referred to as the waiting for your ships to come in energy. Another way this could be playing out for some of you, though, given that we did have that Mars retrograde in Aries, which is your second house of finances, could just be saying that you might have been waiting for some financial opportunities, so that might have been occupying a lot of your time. And maybe now that, we do see Mars moving direct in those same degrees, it could just be saying that maybe it's starting to move forward for you guys. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing there. Either way, put it this way, I don't feel like you were putting much effort into the connection either way in the past. Past energy on their side, we have the King of Chalices. So this is actually the court card for Scorpio. So could just be saying that they might have been a bit closed off and secretive around their feelings toward you. There definitely could have been like a big sexual aspect to the connection. But more than anything, I feel like that's what it's saying, is that they were a bit closed off with their feelings. So obviously you could see where that would create an issue in the past energies, where if you weren't coming forward and taking action toward the connection and they were being a bit closed off themselves, we could see where that would raise an issue. Present energy on your side, we have the Ten of Arrows, which is Gemini energy, and the Ace of Coins. So interesting energy here, because this could just be saying, like I said, for those of you where this might have been a financial opportunity you guys are waiting on, it could just be saying that you might finally hear news around that. For some of you, could even be as we're having that Gemini full moon eclipse, which is pretty much coming up nowish, basically. So could be pointing to that for some of you. For others of you, could just be saying that you might have actually decided to end the connection because you have a financial opportunity that you need to pursue. For example, in addition to what I was saying about your second house, around the middle of December, you're going to have a new moon eclipse in your 10th house of Sagittarius, which is career and social status. So could just be some kind of shift for you guys there that might cause an ending. And finally, I think this is probably a smaller group of you, but for some of you, this could finally say that, you might actually come out of that waiting period, waiting for them to come to you, and finally decide to communicate to them and offer something. But it looks like there does seem to be potential for the connection. Definitely, we see like a lot of that. The leaves there representing a lot of growth, in my opinion. So that's what I'm seeing with that. And the present energy on their side, we have the Four of Pentacles. So this is actually Capricorn energy here, and usually this could point to a closed off energy. But here I see almost more of like a shyness, like a reluctance, right? So it could just be pointing to them starting to open up now. Maybe they were very slow to do so. Like I said, maybe with that Scorpio energy representing, they might have been closed off about their feelings. But what stands out to me when I see this card is that fire in the background. So to me, that could point to the passion around the connection, but it could just be saying that, this might be someone who was slow to warm up, and now maybe finally you guys are getting that forward movement in the connection. And again, but for some of you, though, if we think about more of the traditional aspect of the Four of Pentacles, could just be saying that they are still closed off, and maybe that's creating some conflict on both sides. All right, and in the future position, we have the Five of Cups. which is Scorpio energy, and the Eight of Cups, which is Pisces energy. So for some of you, this definitely represents disappointment energy. So it could just be saying for some of you, it could just be as simple as the timing might not be right for the two of you. What always stands out to me with this particular Eight of Cups is there's 7 cups stacked up by themselves over there, and then they all have that heart filled in on the cup, and then this one is empty. So it could just be saying that, some of you might realize that, okay, maybe the timing just isn't right for the connection. Usually the Eight of Cups represents going to seek something more fulfilling. But what stands out to me with this particular card, too, is here it's hard to tell if she's actually leaving or if she's coming back, right? So could go either way there, too, as far as it could just be saying for some of you, you might have actually decided to leave the connection line, like I was saying with that 10 of arrows there. Might cause some disappointment for you guys, and for some that could just be saying that you guys might actually try to come back into the picture. So I could really see that either way, but for some of you I feel like it's more likely saying that you might just feel like, oh, I don't know, the timing might not be right, because like I said, it could look like there's a bit of a struggle for either of you to really give energy to the connection. So that could be where your thought process moves. And then the future energy on their side, we have the Empress. So in a way, this is similar to that Three of Wands energy we see on your side. As far as, to me, this is someone who feels like, they stay in an open, receptive energy, but they expect things to come to them. They're not really going to go and pursue something. So this is really what it's starting to feel like for me on both sides, where the two of you might have the genuine interest in each other, but neither of you seems to be making a move toward the other. I mean, that does happen, but that's really what this is feeling like the more and more I'm reading through the energies on both sides. But yeah, this usually represents Taurus energy or Libra energy, since it's a very Venusian card. So there's not really anything going on in either of those signs right now. Well, I mean, obviously we're going to have Uranus going direct in Taurus soon, so it could be pointing to that. But yeah, aside from that, it's kind of quiet there. So it could just be saying that that's where they're at. You're expecting them to come to you. They're expecting you to come to them. And obviously we could see where you might not get much movement there. But the interesting thing is, on the bottom of the deck on your side, we have the 10 of Cups. So more Pisces energy here, but actually, representing completion, happiness, fulfillment, right? And what stands out to me with this one too actually says that seeing those 8 cups there, so we were just talking about the 8 of Cups. So for some of you, it might actually take for this situation for the two of you to break down, and maybe you do go your separate ways for a while, and then that might actually bring you to the realization that maybe this is the connection you were hoping for. What's interesting though was this card was trying to come up with that one too when I was trying to pull it up. And to me, this is actually wisdom. It's the equivalent to the High Priestess, which usually points to Pisces energy. So to me, this is another indicator that you guys just aren't really communicating your feelings right now. And bottom of the deck on their side, we have the 10 of Pentacles. So you guys have the 10 of Cups. They have the 10 of Pentacles. Definitely both very positive energies. And interestingly enough, opposite signs too. This is Virgo energy, whereas you guys have the Pisces energy on your side, which makes sense. But looks like you both definitely want something with this connection and see a lot of serious potential in it. And then beneath that on their side too, we have the 2 of Chalices, which is the 2 of Cups. So the desire is there. It just doesn't look like either of you seem to be moving toward the other. And I don't know if there was some kind of background situation that led to that. Because like I said, with the 3 of Wands, usually people get into that energy where they do put in a certain amount of effort, and then they're expecting to see the rewards from that effort. So maybe you guys already feel like you did make a gesture toward this person, and this person's just really closed off in general. I don't know. But we'll see what the Oracle cards add to the mix. First, we'll check out the Aqua Moonlight deck. I did pre-shuffle this deck, and what I'm going to be looking for here is just some jumpers as far as unspoken messages from you to them, and then from them to you. And if we shuffle for a while without anything coming up, I'll just take that as a sign to move on to the next deck. But sometimes this is good as far as it could give you some additional messages. So we'll see if we get anything. Nope, actually got one there. All right, and next we'll see if we get any from them to you. All right, nothing. Oh, spoke too soon. I actually do have one that just fell to the floor, though. So let me go pick that up, and we'll take a look at both of your cards. All right. So on your side, we have baggage. It says, I'm sweeping away toxicity to make room for what's truly important. So, interesting message there. A full moon eclipse that we're going to have in Gemini is in your fourth house. So sometimes that can represent things that you've had for a long time, things that you might have even just had going back to childhood. And that would make sense with the energy that I was seeing there with the Eight of Cups, where, like I said, sometimes that could represent, just going and looking for something more fulfilling. So, like I said, I feel like for some of you, just might feel like the timing isn't right. I was kind of picking up on that already anyway. And that could just be pointing to that, right? Where you realize, okay, you still have some work that you need to do with some situations going on in your lives, and it's just not the right time for the connection. All right. And then on their side, we have Mask. There we go. It says, honestly, I pretend to be someone I'm not because being vulnerable feels uncomfortable. Interesting message there. I will say, pretty much one of the Scorpio stereotypes can be that they struggle with vulnerability sometimes, at least expressing their vulnerability, I should say. And then with that Four of Pentacles energy, like I was saying, it feels like there's just a bit of shyness, right? Like they could be really slow to warm up and open up. So that definitely does align with that. So yeah, like I said, given that there's the Ten of Cups and Ten of Pentacles, two very positive cards at the bottom of the deck, but there's definitely some more rough energy here. Could just be saying that this is just, an issue of timing for the two of you. You guys might both have some things you need to work through, but it might work out for you guys a little bit later down the line, possibly even during Virgo, rather Pisces season, because we're going to have the Virgo full moon, which could be pointing to that, and of course the Pisces new moon. So could just be saying, you might have a few more months, but hopefully that resonated with you. And finally, we have we're going to pull a card from Wisdom of the Oracle deck. Same situation here. I did pre-shuffle this one, but here we're just looking for one card with some general advice, and then we'll wrap up. Oh, got it. All right. Okay, you guys got flexible. There's the artwork, and the number is 19. Someone else got this month too. I can't remember what sign it was though, so that's not much help. But yeah, someone else did get that this month. So if you want to cross watch for who you're dealing with, you could check that out, see if maybe they got that card as well. All right, let's see. Okay, it says teachability, open mindedness, being adaptable without compromising what's most important. The oracle's message: a tree's roots are solidly planted in the ground, yet its branches can bend in a hurricane, whereas a rigid structure like a building would come crashing down. Consider how the tree remains supple and secure when everything around it may be in shambles. This is how you need to be now, willing to learn new things, teachable, malleable, yet firmly grounded in who you are. Common sense is important, but so is an open mind. Stay curious, stay open, stay aware. At this time, others will be more flexible with you too. Well, it's a funny message there because I do feel like that is kind of what's needed for the connection, for some more flexibility. Because, like I said, it feels like on the one hand, you guys might not be putting any energy toward the connection, and then same thing on their end where they seem to be closed off as well. And yeah, I mean, like I said, I do see the potential for things with the Ten of Cups and Ten of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck on both sides, but I just feel like it might take a little while. So, hopefully that resonated with you guys, though. The relationship message says, in every relationship, it's important to be open to new experiences and learning new things. Letting go of rigidity is what's required right now. You don't always have to be right all the time, do you? It's okay to come to a happy compromise. You can still get your needs met. It's a beautiful day when you meet halfway. The appearance of this card in a reading could also signal that you have met someone new who may not be your type, but who will turn out to be so special that you can easily release your old ideas about what sort of partner is right for you. Be flexible. You'll be happy you made that choice. So, definitely an interesting message there, too, because again, like I said, it definitely seems like both of you could benefit from the messages from this card. But again, like I said, I feel like it will eventually happen for you guys. Like I said, it looks like you have some stuff that you feel like you need to work through. For them, obviously, they need to work on being more open and vulnerable as well. So it could just be, like I said, I feel like more than anything, it's just bad timing between the two of you. But hopefully that did resonate with you guys. I hope you guys have a happy new year, and I'll see you all next year. All right, bye.